Alright, everyone, continuing from the last episode, the first thing that happens is the If Kingdom dies. Well, that was kind of funny. But yeah, now the world is far more split than it has ever been so far, and even in the last episode, actually. So the kingdom of Tim is actually the most strongest, and as you can see, the smaller kingdoms are once again allying together to fight against the larger one. And now we're gonna see. Okay, now it's the Age of Dark, right? So again, the one annoying thing about the Age of like darkness or the Age of night or moon or whatever is that like everything goes dark. You really can't see anything. But I mean that doesn't matter for us right now because we're just getting the aerial view, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, the holy yellow kingdom thingy, yellow slash blue kingdom, they are rising up. They are here as a challenger to Tim, and now they are actually the global hegemon, really. But I think the Tim Kingdom is gonna have something to say about that. They're already, yep, they're at war. Okay, and again, this is my favorite type of war right here. The ones where like you really don't know who is gonna win. It's like seriously up in the air, and another meteor just hit. That's yeah, wonderful. But as you can see here, the Holy Eli, what is that, bro? I don't know. I'm not gonna pronounce that. But yeah, the holy ones, they're gonna win. There's another holy kingdom, but that's a different one. The pink one is just yeah, they're just chilling on the north. But yes, now the continent is united under one superpower. But yeah, they take over. Yeah, okay, they just take over. They were almost us. Interestingly, they were almost about to make peace there, but they won the war before they could make the peace deal, which is really funny. Actually, I don't know. Like it's like they were expecting loss, but they succeeded. I think the funniest, I mean, I think I mentioned this last time, but the funniest thing about this simulation game has to be the random meteors. Like, the random events have to be the best part about this. Like, the meteors will just hit some, like, village. Some poor village will just get, like, absolutely eviscerated for a moment. Anyways, these guys are now taking over the entire island. They're crushing their rebellion, but alas, as we all know, the rebellions are never ending, and another one pops up just as soon as they take that one down. And the thing is, it's like it's as if like each rebellion gets bigger and bigger, and now the rebellions are another big rebellion showing up. It's really bad for them. There are now three rebellions at once, and it really doesn't look like they can hold on. And a fourth rebellion actually happens in the north, by the way, which also just makes things worse for them. And so, will they be able to retake it? I highly doubt, but I mean, we'll see. In fact, it's not even about retaking it. It's more about just holding on to their territory. If they can just survive, like if they survive and make peace with their rebellions, what usually happens is the rebellions will start fighting each other, and then they can like slowly gain it back. But that that doesn't seem to be happening here, and yeah, I think their run is over. The holy Illa something is dead, and now the kingdom of Apu takes its place, and the holy the holy tit, what a name, and I think the other one's called Geki, and yeah, and then yes, and another meteor, wonderful. But yeah, now that it's the age of night again, we can't see anything. We cannot see shit. But the Holy Apu is now, oh yeah, they get involved in a two-front war. Not a good idea. They already, and they already start losing territory, and then yeah, they're cooked. I don't know, like it was just bad luck, honestly. Like they were declaring war on the Holy Geki. They would have survived that, but the Holy Tit declared war on them as well at the exact same time, which that tends to happen a lot, actually. I mean, yeah, it tends to happen a lot. But yeah, so now the kingdom of Apu is dead, and now the Holy Tit and the Holy Geki are alive. They're there once again. And the Holy Geki makes the same mistake that the kingdom of Apu makes, which is declaring war on one, and then the Holy Tit, once again, the Holy Tit declares war on the another nation, silencing them. So yeah, now it's looking like, yeah, no, Holy Tit is basically supreme. Like they really have nothing stopping them at this point. Like, in fact, they could just as well. And as you can see right here, they start preparing for war, right, to finally take control of the entire continent. but a rebellion pops up, and now they're completely derailed from their plans. And while they're taking down one rebellion, another one pops up. So like, yes, it's like for just for a moment, like they had the world in their hands, and then that's actually the story. That's actually the case for a lot of different empires in this game. It's like they have the world in their hands for like a moment, and then they just lose it all. Very symbolic of real life, but yeah. And yeah, the Holy Tit are able to basically retake almost everything, but then another rebellion pops up over in like the left side of the map. And see, at this time, right? I want to talk about one thing, right? The Age of Despair. As I was watching this like game unfold, right? Like, just I want y'all to take a look at the world population as time goes by. Keep in mind that the world population was at like 4,700 something, something, something. In the Age of Despair, that population plummets. Like the age lives up to its name. Like genuinely, the age lives up to its name. Like the population just crashes down to less than 3,000. It's actually insane just how many people die in the Age of Despair. And and of course, the Age of Despair is basically the storm, the final storm for the Empire of the Holy Tit. They just collapse completely. They just die, and all their rebellions remain, and they are continue. They are all fighting their own battles against the elements, essentially. I think like monsters start spawning, if I'm not wrong. I think so. But yeah, monsters start spawning, and then remember that one territory that like remained in the north, the Omib, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, the Omib, the red one in the north, right there. The one territory that survived, that like rebelled hundreds, like not hundreds, but like decades ago, and then just like survived in the north. Yeah, yeah. Now they have feasted on the collapsing Holy Tit Empire, and now they are slowly but surely taking over, right? And now they're fighting the final war against the green guys. Yes, actually they're fighting both, but yeah. And now would you look at that? The Amib have basically become the world hegemon. From a small breakaway territory, they were able to rise up and just take the entire continent. What a story. And would you look at that? Just like that, they're able to take the whole thing. But just before they're able to take it, they lose it all. Or at least they're about to lose it all. They have a giant rebellion occurs. But they are able to crush that rebellion pretty effectively, actually. And one thing I'd like to talk about is, like, again, I think I've mentioned this before, but when the rebellion starts, right, when any rebellion starts, the troops from those villages will switch over to that rebellion. Now the interesting thing is, right, is if the country happens to be at a war, and like, they have all their like military units in one place, right? That means that when the rebellion occurs, all the troops are like smushed together, which results in a horrible disadvantage for the rebellion, because then the defecting troops basically get ganged up on. So that's an interesting thing. Like, rebellions are more successful during the peacetime, but as you can see here, it really ends pretty badly for the Omib. It's looking pretty bad for them. Two massive rebellions taking away over half their territory is not good for any empire. But they are not going down quietly. They are continuing the fight. And this is clearly not the end of the Omib either. And we're also entering the Age of Ash, where like clouds will start, like these clouds will start dropping, like basically they just drop ash, and then I think it causes like breathing problems for these poor humans that are suffering in this damn simulation. It's actually so sad. But yeah, the Omib Empire, it surprisingly continues to hold on. Like, shockingly continues to hold on. They are able to take back their territory swiftly. And once again, we see the population actually, like, it's not as bad as the Age of Despair, but it still takes a really like big dip. Like, every time a major war starts, it's a huge dip. But then, actually, one thing is interesting, right? Is that the only the soldiers get slaughtered, right? Now, if I were to change the world laws and have like villagers fight each other, I think the I think the world population would be like would actually properly nosedive every time a rebellion strikes. It would be a massacre. But yeah, the Amib are still holding on. They have reached the peak from. They know what it's like to be weak and powerless, and now that they've reached that peak, they don't want to let go. I mean, who can blame them, really? But now again, they're facing more and more rebellions, but they are not they're not gonna let their territory go. So we got the holy your yes, those guys, and the age of ash is over. It's the age of sun now, which means that we might see those little fire creatures spawn again. But as you can see, more and more rebellions are occurring. Does this mean the Omib are dead? Who knows? They dealt with one of their rebellions. Now, will they deal with the other two? Well, it's interesting because they made peace with them both, so they're really just chilling. Which is again, this is what I said. Like, it's better to make sometimes it's better to make peace with the rebellion because if you're dealing with a lot, then it's like it's more efficient. And now look, see now they've consolidated their forces. Now they're going to take down the blue rebellion over here. They're all and see that's what I'm saying. Like now they can have like a proper consolidated invasion, and now they're able to bring all their might to, like all their forces to bear and just crush them. And with that, the Omib hold their power with a slight breakaway in the south, but they hold their power. And that completes 600 years. I will see you guys if there's a next one. I will see you guys in the next one.